I took all the cards that you had, and I've been doing some and like mixing them together, and I've come up with a backstory. So what we're going to do today is to basically play the prologue that is like before we start, and then we play the first, probably the first scene, so you kind of get the feel of how this is. But before we play the prologue, I will explain. I will tell you a bit about the backstory that I've invented from with the ingredients from your cards. And so this is the year of 1888, and it's January. That means that it's in some parts of the United States, it's pretty cold. And you're all spread out through the country, but you all heard that your old, it's hard to put a word on that person, but she's an old companion, maybe a lover, maybe an employer. But she goes under the nickname The Curse. It's an... before I continue, Ron, you have to like raise your hand, because we're going to raise now a lot of race issues, and I, as a Swedish person, I'm not very good at this. I realize it immediately when I talk about like black people and things like that. And in this context, couldn't we you raise your hand if there's something that is problematic, because I'm really interested.
I'm really looking forward to all of my more qualified friends objecting to me being the authority. But
I think you're more of an authority of racial issues in the States than I'm.
We will see how it goes. I think that we can accept a certain amount of sliding.
Yeah.
And we will. Okay, I accept the challenge.
Anyhow, yeah, you accept the challenge. Now, okay. Parenthesis end. The Curse. She's a black woman. She was a black woman, because you have all heard that she's dead now.
Right.
It was like 10 years and years you have been since you worked together with her, and you all the three of you worked together with her. And you must say that, I mean, it's not like you heard the rumor of the Curse being dead. Came. There's no one of you that throws yourself down and cries, because this is a problematic person. She's probably important in some way for most of you, but you shouldn't be. It's not that you're really sad, because it's really
not stricken by grief. Yes.
No, not at all. But in the same way, okay, she's dead. You're not invited to the funeral, and that's probably for the best. And this is happening for all of you in where you are at right now in the United States of America. A couple of weeks pass, and then by an express telegram. You get a telegram, and you kind of immediately when you get the telegram, we can see a cut scene in a movie, like going to different places. You can actually tell me where you are at right now, right in this moment, and there's someone running. Do you have? It doesn't matter where you are right now. It's just for flavor. So. Do you have any? And someone wants to start to say where they are right now? Yeah, Ron.
Oh, That was a gesture of somebody else go, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I made the mistake of gesturing. So
Yes. You
um,
kind of raised your hand
right,
like
right.
this.
Well, my character, whose name is
Yeah.
Garth Williker,
Yeah.
is in the territory called Deseret, which will soon become the state of Utah. They won't let it become a state until they take away the women's vote. Because at this time,
All
women
right.
can vote in Deseret, and they have to get rid of it before they get accepted as a state. They won't let it be called Deseret because that is a Mormon term. And that area is dominated by Mormons. And so therefore they force it to be renamed Utah based on the Native Americans who used to live there.
All right. That's good. I can see it now. I have to have a map of the United States. This will be a lot of learning going on with
Okay.
geography.
The
Sure.
interesting thing is that in Utah, modern day,
Yeah.
there is a famous area called the Badlands. And
All right.
it's full of sinister, beautiful rock formations. And so my character, and it's also a desert and deadly, and people die of thirst there, and there's all that. So I am riding on a horse, I suppose, dramatically through the Badlands to get.
And it's the Badlands and it's winter.
Oh, nice point. Nice point. Yes,
Yeah.
Utah is snowy, so this is a beautiful and sinister place. Where are we going?
It doesn't matter because now someone's riding like this towards you, and you can see this like telegram boy with this, and you get like an ominous feeling immediately. This, I mean, not being invited to the funeral was one thing, and you kind of was a bit surprised, but this now something else is coming. Okay. So we can stop there and we go over to Helma. Do you have any kind of where do you see yourself starting in this? Because where you start now is not where you are going, so it's just for kind of for flavor in this. Are you in a town, or are you
any medium-sized town? I'm not going to sprint after a map now.
No. Don't do that. I have a map in front of me.
Well, there are three
somewhere on the
regions.
East Coast.
There are three basic
close to the
regions.
East Coast.
Yeah, there are
close
three
to
basic
the East
regions, and they make a big difference in terms of your character's identity. You are either out west, back east, or down south.
And that means that, yeah.
Pick something on the East Coast, rather north than south.
Back east. Right.
Back east. That means
taking a stroll.
I would say then that maybe you are like in New York or like in.
I said medium-sized for good's sake.
Okay, medium-sized. Okay,
that town nearly started out big.
I suggest that we not try to pick a very specific city.
No.
Yeah, thanks.
You are. That's not important. You're in a city in somewhere in the east. It's not important. And the same thing with you. There's like some kind of special delivery, very special uniforms, and they have you don't understand actually how they found you, but they came riding through the streets like almost a bit too fast in the city, riding and riding towards you, and immediately stops and like jumps off the horse and gives you this telegram. Then we can open it all at the same time. Okay. All right. What about Marina Polo? Where is she?
I don't know specific place. Maybe it's up north in on a graveyard.
You're in a graveyard, and it's that.
She's a grave robber, so.
So what we see is a kind of a really snowy graveyard, then, and it's probably in the middle of the night, but it doesn't matter. That like the horse with a uniformed boy that has probably been riding for 72 hours in one row and in one is like coming like through the snow directly at you, and holding this like letter in the hand and like writing like this, and then ends up at you. And now you have all the telegrams, and while it unfolds, it is of course from a letter from the curse, but through a medium that is only goes by the nickname Madame. And Madame is inviting you to seance in the town in Montana, in the town of Garnet. And you are more or less commanded to be there in the 10th of January, and like in relation where you are right now, that means that you probably need to like change your direction, go towards that place immediately. And the reason that this is something that you all feel you cannot back away from, because this if you back away from things that the curse has like set up before, that basically means a curse.
We know that since the curse is involved, we better take this seriously.
You have to take this seriously. Now, this is like the prologue. Now is I want you to think of like a very, very small story of something that is happening during your travelings towards the seance that describes your character in their complete comfort zone. I mean, when we see your character.
Something is
yes.
Mark's character supposed to be already a companion to one of our characters?
It says that on the card, but as it is now, I don't think that's important.
Okay.
I think that's something that we will find that out.
Comfort zone.
Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying with comfort zone? So it's something that we see your character doing something that they have been doing for like 10 years. They're really good at it. Or it doesn't have to be a skill. It can be just being in a way that is very normal to your character.
During the journey, did I get that right?
Yeah. So this is something that describes the normal you, the things, the way that you are very comfortable of being, a way of like your normal way of taking this kind of challenge. So I'm kind of thinking that you are very, as all the three of you are used to sudden changes in different ways, and this is a sudden change, but you have probably your strategy of taking control over this strategy and doing things that you are comfortable with. That is your like comfort zone in this way.